It's a very special broadcast this evening. It's John Pettipas. All you wonderful folks out in computer land, television land. It's about 20 past 8 in the evening on Tuesday night, the 19th day of November 2019. And it's a very special day in history. Very special. I'm going to start off with one of my famous, did you know? 103 years ago today, 103 years ago today. Now that calls for taking your glasses off. I mean, knock the socks off of you, except I have my work boots on. In 1916, Samuel Goldwyn and Edgar Sullivan established Goldwyn Features. The company became one of the most successful independent filmmakers. Again, Samuel Goldwyn and Edgar Sullivan. And Sam Goldwyn was born in... Let me get my trusty light out here. Shine some light on the matter with my sword. Genuine sword for a sword. Here, right on the Bay of Fundy and beautiful, the province of Brunswick, and St. John, New Brunswick. Not St. John's, Newfoundland. Wonderful folks over there too, I dare say. But St. John's, New Brunswick, right on the Bay of Fundy, St. John, no S in it, singular. St. John, New Brunswick, the birthplace of Samuel Goldwyn. And they went on to become the big tiger. Roar! Metro Goldwyn Mayer. And he was the Goldwyn and Metro Goldwyn Mayer. And it's a fantastic company. Fantastic company. So, again, 103 years ago today. This is quite something. Now, who remembers Red Skelton? The Red Skelton Show. When I was a kid, we didn't have television when I was 7. That's why I read pretty good, because you entertain yourself reading, you learn a lot about the world, and you meet people and so on. Anyway, television, we had the Ed Sullivan Show in Red Skelton. I was going to ruffle my hair up, but I got a haircut Saturday. I didn't know I was going to do this video so soon, and he used to ruffle his hair up and go kind of like a chicken or a rooster or whatever. He was a great guy. Anyway, one day in the classroom, they were doing history. Red Skelton. The teacher said, they're giving him a little bit of hell. He wasn't doing that good in history. She looked at him and said, when I was your age, I knew every state in the Union. I could name them off. Every state in the Union. And Red Skelton looked at the teacher and said, when you were my age, there are only about 15 states in the Union. Now, of course, there's 50 states in the Union. Pretty darn good. Now, that's... so just very similar to naming all the leagues of the National Hockey League, because this video is about hockey. NHL, the National Hockey League. Well, years ago, there were only so many, but who would think in sunny Southern California, Anaheim, California, and I'll get my trusty little rubber ducky out here. Well, pretend it's squeaking. Quack, we'll go quack, quack. This is rubber ducky. Mr. Cameraman, do you notice in the rubber ducky I have, there's extra little duckies. That's what you call in hockey terms. That's the current players, and representative of the current players, and this is the farm team. This is the up and coming, this is the farm team here. Put it in. So that's the beautiful, famous little rubber ducky. And it brings me on to the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. You notice my shirt tonight? I don't have the white shirt on. It's not the Sunday shirt. It's the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. This was actually personally autographed for a dear friend of mine. And the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, they won the year 2006-2007 season. They won the Stanley Cup. Who would think in sunny Southern California, a hockey game would be played, and a team would go on to win the Stanley Cup? Wow! That was big. Stanley Cup. Lord Stanley. Queen Elizabeth was getting old, and she sent over, Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth's great-grandmother, okay, grandmother, I believe. Grandmother, grandmother. Okay, anyway, she sent over Lord Stanley. And Lord Stanley and his wife were out at a banquet one night. They were all mucking up with them. And Lord Stanley said, we don't know a lot about snow and tobogganing and skiing, but we like it over in the Dominion of Canada. And he presented them the Stanley Cup. Okay, and from that day on, he said that's going to be a trophy that goes on. A trophy that goes on into the future. So that's where you get the famous Stanley Cup, named after Lord Stanley. That's what you're playing the game for. And you know, this expression, I'm going to make a new cliche. They say the pen. It's a big pen, by the way. Can't beat Bic. Bic, good stuff. Can't beat the big pen. It's a big pen. They say the pen is mighty little sword. I suppose it depends on what you want to do, but figuratively sense for the pen is mighty little sword. So I can say the duck is mighty little puck. Cliche, I don't know if it works according. The duck is mighty little puck. Now, I mentioned farm teams. One, speaking of Sam and Samuel Goldwyn, Sam Matty plays for the Antigonish Bulldog Junior team. The Antigonish Bulldogs Junior team. Sam's father was born out in a settlement. And he was born in a place called Matty Settlement. Now, Matties are very good people. They're big in blueberries. Look. If you want to be big in hockey, big, strong, you better eat lots of blueberries. And not just any blueberries. Nova Scotia wild blueberries. Lots of antioxidants in them. Very good for you. Good stuff. I eat a cupful every morning myself. Now, here we have the A.A. Monroe Junior B Bulldogs, introduced in the 2019-2020 Junior B Bulldogs. And there's Sam. Maybe an NHL player someday, but lots of piss and vinegar. What would you expect? He's a Matty from Matty Settlement. They're very good people, these Matties. So that's Sam. Now, Sam's mother's maiden name, by the way, was a Boyle from Trackety Afton, the Boyles. Wonderful people. The blueberries from the Matties and folks in the blueberry business, and nice protein from up the road in the Boyle Enterprises, Evergreen Farms. Boy, you're full of zip and lots of muscle and protein to get that puck in a net. Okay, so that's the little bit of story local. So they're from Trackety, and I incidentally are speaking to you tonight from beautiful downtown Trackety. Not to be confused with Trackety, Sheila, New Brunswick. Not over here. I'll shine some light on the matter. Okay. Not Trackety, Sheila, New Brunswick and the Miramichi. Not Grand Trackety, PEI, but Trackety, Nova Scotia. Beautiful downtown Trackety, folks. Now, front page news this morning. I changed my schedule to do this. Front page news. Hockey's Birthplace up for sale. Wow. Take one's glasses off when this comes up. Knock the socks off me. Okay? The pond in the heart of Windsor, claimed to be the home of hockey, is up for grabs. And it's called Long Pond. Not to be confused with the Long Lake. Not to be confused with Long Harbor. Those are great places too. But this is Long Pond. Okay? Howardale. Why do I have, besides hockey pucks and everything, I have pumpkins? Well, Howardale is actually, those pumpkins, that one was grown. It didn't grow as big as Howard's, but grown from seed I bought this year from Halifax Seed Company, which is the famous Howardale giant pumpkin. They're big, good stuff. Now, the Windsor family, well known for the late Howard Dill. And it's well known for late Howard Dill, I repeat, world-renowned pumpkin grower. World-renowned pumpkin grower. Good stuff, pumpkins. Now, additionally, the family has assembled. Get there, I didn't even know this. A lot of stuff I don't know. We're learning all the time. Very interesting. Very interesting, friends. Are you ready? Very, very interesting. The family has assembled the largest private collection of hockey memorabilia in Canada, and it was put together by the late Howard Dale since the 1940s. He passed on and went to a great arena, that great hockey rink in the sky called Heaven. It's no coincidence that Hockey in Heaven book start with H. Isn't this true? Isn't this the truth? Now, so anyway, the birthplace of hockey, and it was called, by the way, the first game, the first game on Long Pond was known as hurling. Hurling. It's mentioned in Halliburton's. Historians have unearthed evidence of hockey being played in Long Pond, Hants County, near Windsor, Nova Scotia, since the early 1800s, including an account by Sam Slick. Please. Sam Slick, Sam Eddy, Sam Goldwyn, Sam the professional cameraman producer. We are inundated with Sams. Wonderful. Could do a lot worse. Now, they take and here it is again. They take references are made of this by Sam Slick, author Thomas Halliburton, Thomas Chandler Halliburton, fine people Halliburtons, who wrote about Long Pond playing a spirited game of hurley, Hurley, believed to be the first account of a hockey game as we know it today, it states. So that's quite an interesting thing. Very interesting, as I was saying. A lot of good hockey players out there. This here is from the Halifax Herald from Tuesday the 29th, which is 3 weeks ago tonight. And this is Eddie Shack. Remember Eddie Shack? You got to admire a man like that. He was 13 years old when he first had a driver's license. I know somebody not too far from here. Came from a wonderful family, went to live with his uncle. His uncle let him do pretty well with damn well police. And he learned to drive the roads in Merlin at 13 years old. Even though he didn't have his license, he was 16. But he could drive at 13. They take, and so anyway, this here is Eddie Shack. He was 13 years old to get his license. The gentleman could neither read nor write. Like so many people couldn't read nor write, they excel in what they do. And he was a pretty damn good hockey player. He played with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he had quite a career. He played in over one. Shack's NHL career spent at 17 years and more than 1,000 games with 6 teams. But he's best known for his 6.5 seasons with the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs. See the Canadian flag? Maple Leaf. Toronto Maple Leaf. It's quite a team, the Toronto Maple Leaf. They have a lot of fans here in Nova Scotia. A lot of fans across Canada. They have fans in America. All over the place. Anyway, now I have a famous hockey stick. Yes, it's from the great one. It's Mr. Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky. See the Wayne Gretzky autograph? Very good. He's the great one. No question about it. Great fella. Great fella. Wayne Gretzky from Ontario. Brantford, Brampton, Ontario. Very good. They're good. Gretzky. W. Gretzky. His name's stamped right on it. They take in, speaking of another very famous great one, I personally know somebody that taught school with a wonderful teacher, or both wonderful teachers. And she loved teaching, loved dealing with the kids, and enjoying people learning. But on Saturdays and weekends, she taught figure skating. And the father comes in and says, "My little fellow, I'd like you to teach him to skate." Well, I'd like to have him in class. Told him when to start. And how do you do? Well, he did good today, sir. Have him back to Saturday. How'd my son do? Good, good. He's doing very well. He's picking up all stuff out. Third week, how's he doing? He's doing exceptional. In fact, he has exceptional focus. Really? You think so? Yes, he has exceptional focus and concentration. Before the month was over, the fourth Saturday. you know, how's my son doing? Son's doing fine, sir. Doing good. I told you last week. Exceptional focus. In fact, he's the next great one. Do you think so? Yes, the lady said, I'm telling you, I believe this guy's the next great one. And he was a smart little kid, that Sid. He's Sidney Crosby. He's a 3 or 4 year old young fellow, and he's exceptional. Very kind. He visits people in the hospital. He stands there and signs autographs, takes pictures, I believe, as well. He visits people in nursing homes. Sid Crosby, the famous Sid Crosby, from Cole Harbour, Metro, Halifax, Dartmouth area, Nova Scotia. By the way, I had a nice note recently from Mayor Gloria McCluskey. Hello, Gloria, if you're watching. Dartmouth has 2 very famous people. Sid the Kid, Sid Crosby, and Mayor Gloria McCluskey. You are a wonderful lady. I'm telling you, if you had been running in the Liberal Party last time, the Liberal Party last month would have had a majority government. They wouldn't mess with Gloria. They know better than say, this lady wants to get stuff done. You would have had a majority government, Gloria. Anyway, a wonderful shout out to Gloria. You're a fantastic lady. And speaking of incredible, fantastic people, Cape Breton. God, how I love Cape Breton. Beautiful, wonderful people, Cape Breton. And you know, Cape Bretoners excel in politics. You can go Alan J., Honourable, late, great Honourable Alan J., Angus L. MacDonald, Flora MacDonald, Senator John D. MacDonald. You can go on. Richie Mann, you name it. Honourable Lloyd Hines comes from Cape Breton, first generation mainlander. Wonderful people in Cape Breton. And for a small area with 2 members of Parliament and half a dozen plus maybe 10 members of the legislature, they produced an inordinate amount of famous and very successful, capable politicians. Fine people. Now, the same goes for hockey. You can look at the names and think of Al McInnes, Port Hood. I don't remember meeting him personally, but probably I did. Know some of his relatives, maybe something like that. But Al McInnes of Port Hood. Very kind, good guy. He's helped the community out a lot, and he's been great for the game. You think of Mike McPhee from St. Peter's. Again, I don't know if I've met him personally, but his aunt used to come in. She taught school in Mulgrave. Her and her late husband, they're both in heaven now, were wonderful customers, and she was Mike McPhee's aunt from St. Peter's, Cape Breton. I think it's time to get the sword up and shine some light on the matter. People in other parts of the country and the world. Right here, Port Hood, Nova Scotia, the home of Al McPhee. Excuse me, Al McInnes. Talking quick here. Al McInnes. Okay. And over in St. Peter's, Richmond County, Mike McPhee. Okay, you get lots more. You got Johnson, Colton Ellis from River Denny's. Lots of fine folks. Wonderful folks. It's going to be a great game, this hockey. Now, can be. It is a great game. No umzas, it's the butter. Yes. Great game. Now, to conclude, I understand many of these wonderful hockey players focus, not just brawn, it's brain. Yes, it's going to be big, strong with those blueberries and meat. But that said, they lots of brains too to go with the brawn. And I'm told they focus on where the puck is going to be, not where it's at. We know it's there. I put it there. Somebody lent it to me. We know where it's going to be. It's going to be over there. So they focus on where the puck is going to be. And life is much like that. It's not where we're at now. It's where we're going to be. I think that's a great philosophy. And I'm going to repeat that one. Hockey is a lot like life. You focus not where you're at now, but opportunity, and good Lord willing, where we will be. And so with that, it's a fairly short broadcast. It's a wonderful game of hockey. It continues to be a wonderful game and will be played for centuries to come. It's that good. It's that good of a game. So all the wonderful folks out there in hockey land, all you wonderful people out there in computer land. By the way, that little button on the computer, if you're so kind, and you want to press the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a cent. Doesn't cost you a cent. Not many good things are free in life, but this is, and they will notify you when there's more videos. So till next time, we wish you wonderful hockey games and all the best, and God bless. Thank you and good night.